Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Nikki Zellman, and this is the very first time I've ever actually been live on my vlog show. And believe it or not, I have a pretty good reason to be here. I figured that this would be the video that we do that a lot of you guys would be pretty excited to see. And what this video is essentially I'm going to be telling you guys the rest of the vlog series all in one really fast live video so that you can connect to me, you can ask me questions, and you can do whatever you need to do. Hey Luke, how you doing? Okay, so we have Tiana here. She's gonna give some advice as well because she's a vlogger. But thank you so much for giving me the chance to do this. I just wanted to point that out. I really appreciate it. I think it's really nice of you, and I think it's really cool. Okay, so how to vlog part 4 will be done completely live. I'm going to leave the video up, that way you guys can come back and you can watch it later. But this will give me the opportunity. What is this? This will give me the opportunity to answer questions that you guys have, and in general questions that you need to ask. It's much more interactive. It's much more hands-on. Boo Bear, where are we? She looks so uninterested, doesn't she? She does the same shit on live me. She just doesn't give a fuck about what I do. Okay. When I vlog, most of the time, we covered this in the first video, this is what I use. This is typically my vlogging camera because it's pretty easy to vlog with a phone. Like, I think that's one thing that I really need to point out is vlogging with a phone can be much easier than vlogging with a camera, depending on the setting, depending on where you're at, and depending on what you're doing. But when I'm not vlogging on my phone, I'm vlogging on this. This is more of just a personal preference. You don't exactly have to have a camera to vlog with, but I like to use that. And I also have a smaller version of this. I have the laptop cam, this phone, another phone. All of these things we use to edit and vlog. So if you're working with a team, this is for you. If you're not, go ahead and ask me whatever question. I see Luke is here. Luke, if you have a question, feel free to ask me. A team effort, I host, as I'm doing now. She's just kind of here being cool. I host, but let's look at this from the hosting perspective. How do you keep people entertained? How do you keep an audience into what you're talking about? Well, typically, and we're also going to be talking about a lot of other things. We're going to be talking about why you should name your vlogs vlog 1, vlog 2, vlog 3, vlog 4, vlog 20 million. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about how you can also add that into your title without looking like a douche. As a host, it's my job to talk. It's my job to be entertaining. It's my job to be engaging, but I'm also trying to kind of be myself at the same time. We talked about all of this back in the last video. So if this is your first video, you need to leave and you need to go back unless you're watching this live. In that case, feel free to ask any questions that you may have. Why does, I don't know, she always looks lost, doesn't she?
I see.
But basically that's what I do. That's what I do as a host. But what do you do?
I edit.
Can you tell them a little bit about the editing side, tags and stuff like that?
I do descriptions because if it's blank, I'm not going to be interested in it. Tagging helps your videos go up or down. It's your choice.
Tagging is probably the most important
Titles.
part of editing.
And titles. We don't have a title. People are not going to put a bunch of numbers or anything. Tags. If there's any hashtags, you can take them off because they think you won't have them.
Yeah, don't use hashtags. Please. It's a really, really bad idea. That can bring you lower in an algorithm. I guess it could bring you higher, but in my most best opinion, if I'm wrong, leave me a comment and hate on me. But in my opinion, I think that the hashtags literally damage what you do on YouTube. So that being said, if you want to make a certain type of vlog, you're going to need to find the vlog character, style, persona that is right for you. See that? Come here. That's right. Blow up your screen and listen to me. How do you find a vlog persona or a character on YouTube that's right for you while being yourself? Okay, this is subjective.
Joey Hills just hey.
Hey Joey Hill, how are you? Welcome to the stream. This is subjective, and see, because a lot of people on YouTube, oh well, hey, you're a vlogger, be yourself. You've heard me say that, but what you may not realize is when you see me on YouTube, I'm much more hyperactive than I am in my real life. I'm much more bubbly. So it is who I am, but it's an extension of who I am. Like when I go out, yeah, I look like this. I'm just throwing that out there, but it is an extension of who I am as a person, and can be an extension of who you are as a person. So talk loud, talk clear, talk prominent, promote yourself, make yourself stand out a little bit. That's going to help more than you realize. It's okay to be real, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's okay to be real. It's okay to be, you, but the words you use or the things you say, but you do want that to be a little bit bubblier because you want to stand out on YouTube. Well, what better way to stand out than with your own personality? So I think that is like a really good thing. Like you see what she's doing there. That's just kind of what she does in her day-to-day life, and she'll bubble it and she'll extend it a little bit because she's on YouTube. And it's a more of an entertaining thing. It's not so much an irritation thing. It's more of an entertainment thing. So
Love it.
What?
Love it, Tom. Love it. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Tom. Have you ever shook someone's tongue before?
No, I've never shaken someone's tongue before.
Well, now you have.
That's right. Anyway, so those little things like that can make or break your vlog. Like with a vlog, it's hard to entertain an audience, especially in this setting, because you're just sitting there and you're staring at a camera.
Get out of here, bitch.
So.
Oh, okay. Bailey bully my.
I don't care. Don't even read it. Just ignore it. So basically, when you're vlogging, you have to be prominent. Okay. So our next subject that we're going to be talking about, and this one's more subjective as well, but you don't have to do anything crazy to make content on a vlog. I don't see why you would have to. There is no rule saying that your creativity cannot be projected. So I kind of say do whatever you want, do whatever you need to do, and do it the way you choose and the way that you want to do it. And I think that is kind of what would make the vlog really, really, really special and kind of make it your own. So, there's no reason that you can't, be what am I trying to say here? There's no reason that you can't be your own vlog style. Like you don't have to. Don't be a Roman Atwood. Like you don't have to be a Roman Atwood. You can be yourself. In fact, I don't want you to be a Roman Atwood. Don't be Roman Atwood. Don't be Casey Neistat. Don't be Dosafuzi. We covered this in the last video. Be you. We already have Casey Neistat. We already have Roman. We don't need any more. So how do you create your own vlogging style? Do you have anything to say on that?
You don't need to be a Tiana. We'll be a Tiana.
No, like, okay.
Well, you should think about it. If someone makes a Tiana, then that means they would have to run the walls. Two, we have to go the opposite direction, which is what you're pointing at. And then you have lost at the time, like lost little puppy. And then you have to do this all the time. See, all the time.
So be you. And seriously, do you have any tips on that, on how they can create their own personal thing?
I would extend their personality. Like if they're usually hyper, it's like extremely hyper. Also, like me, who's really ditzy, be more.
Be extremely ditzy. Basically, you're amplifying your own personality by what did you say, 15%?
Yeah.
You're amplifying
Yeah.
your own personality, and I think that is what really separates it. So like when you see us do it back and forth, though it is who we are and we do enjoy playing around together, it's more of a real thing. Next on our subject, how do you deal with hate mail? Ignore it.
Oh, that's blocked. Let's get rid of it.
Ignore the hate. Ignore hate mail. It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. It doesn't need to affect you. That's kind of all I have to say about that. But either way, I had a falling out with a YouTuber. I refused to continue to talk about this guy. He got angry. He decided to drop hate. What's the best way to ignore that hate? Ignore it. Ignore the ignorance. You don't need that in your life. The point of a vlog is for happy memories. So keep the memories happy. That's probably the best thing that you can do, is keep all those memories happy. Next up, how do you create content every single day without running out of things to do? Well, that's a tough one for a vlog. It's as tough as anything else, and you just kind of, anything else on YouTube, you just kind of have to, what would you say? What I think personally that you have to do is you have to just work. You have to come up with fresh new ideas every day. That's why I do challenges all the time. I constantly do challenges, or if I'm not doing a challenge, which I haven't been, I'm just walking around the house. Or maybe go on an adventure vlog, something like that, something out there. Maybe make a mountain biking trip vlog. It doesn't have to be set in your home, like my personal style is. It doesn't have to be full of heavy editing, which I like to do. It doesn't have to be any of those things at all.
Hey, Flip. Okay, thanks, Tiana.
What? Are we reading we're gonna read some comments. What?
I blocked 2 people.
Luke, I love you.
Hey, let's see if we can make him monitor.
I love him so much.
Oh, I can't make a monitor on this one. On mine.
Anyway, regardless, keep pushing. Okay, so you want to be a vlogger, but you have 0 subscribers. That is something that happens. We all start from 0. We're all going to start from 0. It sucks, but we will. So what do we do when we start from 0 subscribers? Well, currently, I like to do shout outs. I like to do collaborations. I recommend that you do what I do, which is only work with people on your level. Please don't write Shane Dawson and say, will you collab with me? I have 1 subscriber. I have 20 subscribers, a little over 20. So I'm working with people that have 1,000 and 3,000. I refuse to go any higher than that. And the 3,000's a little bit high. He just happens to be a really nice guy. So, you know, shout out to Juicy Jones on YouTube.
Yes, I'm Peacekeeper.
So, FaZe, do you have any questions personally about your personal vlog that you would like me to tackle, or anybody else in the audience that you would like me to tackle for you on how to do this a little bit more efficiently? Everybody go subscribe to FaZe vlogs, by the way.
I'm a Peacekeeper. You should not pass. That's my one advice.
Now, how could you be funny? That's difficult because I can't really teach somebody how to be funny. But I can tell you, if you're 100% yourself, people will watch you. Eventually, somebody will subscribe to your content if your content is good. If you make really, really crappy content, they're not going to sub to you. And it sounds bad, but when I say crappy content, I don't mean what some YouTubers mean, which is, if it's not just like mine, fuck that shit. Be different. Be yourself. Take that vagina, rip it open, and shove your head up it. Wow, that was a lot. So be you. Don't ever be anybody but you.
Yeah, don't be Tiana, like I said.
Don't be Tiana. Don't be Nikki. Don't be FaZe. Be you. And that is the most important topic that I can tell you. You have to be you. If you're not you, this will not work. But when I say crappy content, I mean this. And I've seen this on YouTube a million times. I'm a vape channel. This is my vape.
Right.
What a big cloud.
Wait, let's know, how do I edit the videos?
We're going to get to editing, I promise. What a big cloud. The cloud is huge.
Luke says he does not have a computer.
Subscribe to me. Duh. Fuck, don't do that. Please. That shit is obnoxious. Just don't. It is worse than when I'm in my room at night crying all by myself and I'm crying and nobody's around and I'm going, "Ah!" I told myself to stop because that shit's obnoxious.
Nick wants to know how do you edit videos, and he does not have a computer.
Okay, so FaZe. You're so amazing. I love you. Now, okay, so FaZe, how do I edit the videos? And I have to read out loud or I won't know what question I'm answering. Editing is really, really subjective because if you don't have a computer to edit, which we didn't for a super long time, this is not sponsored. I shouldn't have to say that, but I do. There's a small app in the bottom of my screen. It is called iMovie. It looks like this.
Hey, look, you're the one that told us about it. I remember that.
FaZe Luke, I believe you told me about this. This is an amazing app, and it's free to download and it's free to use. And I use it for 99.9% of my videos because my broke ass didn't have a computer.
If he needs to delete a video, he needs to get a, what's it called, YouTube Studios on your phone?
Now, what? Yeah, and I actually recommend putting the YT Studio, YouTube Studio app on your phone as well, which looks like that and just helps you keep track of everything.
So you can delete videos, put tags in.
You can put tags in since you don't have a computer. Yeah, you can put tags in. You can add descriptions. You can make a custom thumbnail and things of that nature. So this computer is about to fucking die. So we're hopefully not going to die in the middle of a broadcast. So editing is a tricky thing without a computer. And, you know, with a computer, it's even tricky, you know, like Windows Movie Maker, things like that. But you're going to need software to do it. And for a phone, iMovie is probably the best way to go. Just throwing that out there. And now, if you're on Android, however, I don't recommend iMovie. You can go to your app store. A lot of people kind of overlook. You can go to that app store where you have a whole world of knowledge at your fingertips. You type in video editing software or video editor or whatever, and you'll see all these, tons of them. And they're just They're literally fucking endless. I mean,
Me playing your play with someone and see if you like
I mean, you
it.
gotta play with them. You gotta see if you like them. And the only one that I like so far is iMovie and Power Director. Power Director is like fucking amazing. If you're on Android, fucking get Power Director, please, because you're gonna be doing so much better than I ever could. Holy shit! We have 6 likes on this video. That is amazing. Thank you. So, if you don't have a computer like Luke, I would recommend that you use iMovie or Power Director. It's super easy to get. Luke just asked me, go into the App Store, download the app, and play with it. Learn how to use it. It took me like 4 days to learn how to use it, but that's because I'm not good with this kind of
It took
shit.
me a month to learn how to do it.
It's okay. It took you a month, yes.
It's like when I was crying by the fridge last night.
When you were crying by the fridge last night, and I was satisfying myself. So, yes, you did tell me to get that app. Okay. So, when you have a computer, I would recommend Windows Movie Maker. You?
And if they don't, for example, YouTube try if you have a computer,
Do not use the YouTube video editor. It is shit.
but saying if they, like the encoding stuff that YouTube wants you to get.
Mm-hmm. The encoder? Yeah.
Well, I find it easier to do thanks to my YouTube.
You could. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't remember his name.
Well, we need to shout him out.
Yeah. So thanks, Mister.
Some YouTuber out there.
What you do is you go to event, go to event, hit new event, the description, titles, tags, things like that.
Now that only pertains to live though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they want to, because someone they live. Go to that. It's gonna want you to do Google Explorer, how it's called, and Explorer. Just ignore that. You have to get Google Hangout. You kind of have to ignore that and just go for it.
Okay. So if I record my screen right now and I hit stop and I hit use video, that's gonna go straight into my app. Then what I can do, and I'm just giving you guys a little tutorial on how to do this. I can go to cancel because I hit the wrong button. I can go to camera, and then I can exit all that out. There's actually a lot of work to be done here. And I go to my camera app, not the studio. I go to my camera app, and I go to slow-mo. When I go to slow-mo, you guys see the time that I'm doing this in, but you're going to see a completely different time in a moment, and I hit save video. We go back to the iMovie app or Power Director. I believe Power Director works the same way. We go to camera. Now we're back in the Power Director app, okay? We hit the little plus sign way over here, and we go back to camera. We hit cancel because I hit the wrong fucking button. And we go to moments. After we hit moments, I love that live fail. We select the video that I just made and the video that I just put on. So what you see on your screen is something completely different. What you're gonna see on your screen is what you saw here, you're actually gonna see like this, which probably doesn't pick up worth a fuck. But basically it's a slow-mo time lapse. So that is something very possible to do with this incredibly powerful editor. That's why I love this editor so fucking much. Like, you have no idea how obsessed I am with this fucking editor. Now you can do this. You can do this with all sorts of different things. You can also do this with the Windows Movie Maker, which goes into how you edit on a computer. You're gonna need to take your time to learn this.
Rick wants to know, how do I get good audio for the vlog?
We're gonna be talking about that too, but we might as well go ahead and start it since that's where everybody else is at. Clearly I'm behind. Good audio for your vlogs is incredibly important, okay? And a way to get good audio with your vlog is when you have, it depends if you're vlogging with a camera or phone, but if you're vlogging with a camera, the audio is already gonna be pretty decent. Make sure you don't muffle that mic. With this, however, it gets a lot more interactive and a lot more tech savvy. So basically, one, make sure that mic isn't covered, which is why when I vlog, I actually do that. And you can't tell, but I'm using my pop socket. And that's what it looks like every time I vlog. Like, hello, YouTube. I am Nikki Silver. Welcome back to your daily vlog. You know, shit like that. So that helps a lot. That scared me. That literally almost made me shit. So good audio is incredibly important, and I want that. I want that to be known. Like, good audio is incredibly important. Lighting is also incredibly important. If you have poor lighting, please stop.
Oh, I thought they might get tired.
I'm gonna get demonetized.
No, they might get tired of your face, okay? It's helping.
They probably are tired of my face.
See, so now, it's like, now this guy, some guy, is talking instead of you.
Are you done? I can't see. That's so irritating. Wow, that was annoying. Anyway, that was so annoying, but it was really funny, so it was worth it. Anyway. So audio can help if you add a pop filter. Now, if you're like me and you can't afford a pop filter, you can actually put a sock over your phone. Bear with me, okay? We do things, and we're in the South, we're broke. Bear with me. Put a sock over your phone. Check the audio, but what this should do, as long as you didn't muffle that mic, it should stop any background noise like a which you constantly get in this house. So the reason you don't hear background noise is because sometimes I have a sock over my phone. Cut out a little place for your camera. That way it doesn't look stupid on your screen.
See, don't repeat what I see your face. See, you want me to flip it back.
If that works. So you can make your own homemade pop filters. Lighting. Do you want to talk about lighting?
I don't lighting.
Lighting is incredibly important because if your video is dark like this, it already looks really weird. My face looks too fucking bright because it's weird. It makes you hungry. I ain't smart enough to turn the light back on. Anyway, so lighting is important. You have to have good lighting. And I think that that's incredibly important to have good lighting. Yeah, he wants to see the sock we use as a pop filter. I don't have it.
I think I threw it away.
She threw it out, but
I was packing, and I said, hey, do you want to keep the sock with a hole in it? And you said no.
Basically, it's a sock with a cutout like that. So it wraps around like so.
You can use my sock.
So what you would do is you would remove the sock from the foot.
Now you use my sock.
Which isn't. Your feet fucking stink so bad.
Yours are worse than mine.
Your feet are deplorable.
No,
and then
your feet are deplorable.
if the sock is big enough, which hers isn't,
hey.
You would actually put that around your phone, cut out a little place for your pop socket if you record like that. That doesn't apply to everybody. Cut out your camera, your back camera, cut out your front camera because you're going to be switching a lot. In an efficient vlog, you're going to be switching. So then you have a pop filter, and it should help. And if it doesn't, then you need a different size sock. That helps me. It might not help everybody, but it did work wonders for me for the long time because I couldn't afford a pop filter. They're so fucking expensive. So
He's a remote.
Make sure. Make sure I want you to make sure that you always switch out your camera because that is going to be an incredibly important thing. And if you don't, you know what? You might not get a lot of subscribers. So make sure that you constantly switch your camera. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Or if you're editing like I do, then you switch from the laptop cam to this, and you can't tell because it's some really high editing. So how do you make vlogs that you want to make? Well, I think that the most interesting way to make the vlogs that you want to make is you just have to kind of be you. That's always what I did. Anyways, I hope this tutorial helped. If you guys want a part 5 or feel you need one or I missed any questions, that'd be a great time to let me know in the comments, or you can always just let me know on YouTube when you can. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you all. Keep pushing. Stay spectacular. And the reason that I wanted to do that is it brings me to my next point. And right after this, we're done. She almost closed this live stream. That face, yeah. That fucking legendary face.
You're fixing it. What are you talking about?
I'm watching myself on YouTube and reading comments. Okay, so do you need an intro? Does it have to be flashy? No. Though I recommend having an intro, it doesn't necessarily have to be a flashy intro. My intro and my closer have always been the same for quite a while now on YouTube. And my intro has always been, hello, YouTube. I am Nikki Silver. Welcome back to today's vlog. I don't do that. Kind of like I'm burping on you. My exit has always been the one you're going to see now. Stay spectacular.
Turn off now.